That's a terrible plan. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
There you are. Feeling better?
No.
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see.
Yeah.
Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
I wonder what would have been here if we'd come here earlier.
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done?
Yeah.
You think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
You shot off into space with them. And lived with them for 1,000 years before coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
My old focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen
Incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back, and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy.
Yeah.
But I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down. There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere.
Yeah, why?
Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends.
No.
And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Is that friend Silence? Yeah.
He's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Yeah. Regala and her rebels.
Even now she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course.
Yeah.
But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
I don't love this plan. I mean, could she lend us a shield? Like, I'd feel better going into battle against the Zeniths if I had my own shield, honestly. Tilda. Alright, where do we want to start? Focus?
My old focus. How did you find it?
Yeah.
Let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
She's so sparkly. It's really distracting. She's just so sparkly. I'll be honest, I don't remember losing our focus in the Hades Proving Lab, but clearly we did. It was a while ago. This feels too good to be true. Like, honestly, I would trust this whole situation more if it was Silence here. And, like, I don't trust Silence any farther than I can throw him. But this feels way too good to be true. Like, Beta did say that Tilda was one of the good ones. And that we can trust her, question mark? But, Beta's not here.
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First, from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
Okay.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful.
Of course.
By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Pharaoh's machines were devouring the Earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey. I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as you well know.
Oh man, imagine Elizabeth on that ship. Like, oh man. Just they wouldn't have made it to immortality.
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
Oops.
I knew some of them were, certainly. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now, finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Far Zenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
All right, we have finished the first set of questions. I don't know. I don't know what to make of her. My guess would be she's like the Quen goddess of lies, maybe. Or maybe of like finding truth in lies. If we want to go with like something a little more positive. But yeah, because we didn't actually ask Alva about, like, when Alva was talking about the different like ancestor myths, she didn't talk about Tilda.
You said Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia.
More coding.
A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know.
Yep.
They will compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Yep.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it?
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes. Though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
Well, she felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Oh no, it's fine. I didn't do anything wrong. It was just it was the mean ones that are bad. I'm perfect. Nothing is my fault. I don't trust her. I don't trust her. Maybe I should trust her, but I don't.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
I mean, it is holding up pretty well. Like, it's, as far as buildings 1,000 years in the future have held up, like, it's in pretty good shape. And it's also, like, part of the reason she put it in the data channel was probably just because of how familiar she is with it. Instead of just making, like, a fake place, she could make something that was, like, actually something she's familiar with.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed.
Yeah.
That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them.
Oops.
By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Yeah.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
Okay. Gerard does know that resetting the biosphere is not going to get rid of the combat machines, right? Like, they don't actually need the biosphere to function. He's still going to have to deal with the Thunderjaw. They're very big. Yeah, he's still going to have to deal with Hephaestus. And again, like Aloy's right. Like it's all of them, and Tilda keeps being like, no, I'm the good one. She didn't do anything. It's Gerard's fault, and it's just like, yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
Yeah.
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation. A passage that only I can access.
Why?
When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Okay, why can only you access it? Why can't I just go? What's so special about this entrance that only you're able to access it?
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here, in the command center.
Okay.
By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
Alright.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
Alright. You know what? I'm gonna leave silence for last.
So you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
Yeah, because she could tell that you were the type of person to go jetting off into space with a bunch of jerks.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning. A touchy subject in those days. Because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me all about...
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, that feeling of, like, never being able to know who she actually was.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
Yeah.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that.
Oh, dang.
But his subordinates? Not so much.
Oh, dang.
He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regala.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
Okay.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
How did he come up with the thing to bring down your shields? I mean, it's silence. He probably learned it from Hades. Like it's probably Hades plus the Oseram. Like,
Regala's only interested in killing Hekarro and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zenith?
nothing.
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hekarro.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tanakh are cut down outside.
Silence does not underestimate Aloy. She's very much wrong about that. Silence is absolutely counting on her to show up and help. Like, there's no way Silence probably hasn't calculated that Tilda has switched sides. That's the piece of information he's probably not aware of, but he's absolutely counting on Aloy to show up. There is no way he has not assumed Aloy is going to show up to this battle. Like, absolutely. So now, oh man. I made decisions the whole game based on who I thought was best to face off against Regala. And now I'm wondering if we need her on our side. I'm wondering if we can resolve this and have Regala and Hekarro working together. I wonder if that's where this is going. I hope that's where this is going. That would be cool. I'd like that. I would like to lose less NPCs. Honestly. Okay.
First Varl. Now Hekarro and the Tanakh.
Yeah.
Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe.
Yeah.
There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't.
Yes, there is.
Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
We don't need a new world. We have a world.
If it looks impossible, look deeper.
Deeper. And fight like you can win.
Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it?
Okay.
I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's
Okay.
worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tanakh survive.
Yeah.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it.
Yeah. Prove you want to help, Tilda. Prove you actually want to help. Oh dear.
What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Okay.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra projection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise, okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
Yeah. Just be meticulous and slow about it. Oh, whispering. Hiding from
I
Tilda.
think it can be done.
Okay. We got this, Beta.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
Okay. I got you, sis. We're coming to get you. We're not going to lose any more NPCs.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I don't think
I'm
I
going
do.
to take Silent's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
Okay.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Yeah.
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Side quests.
Lay my friend to rest.
Oh,
And
that's
then I'm
you.
going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Yes.
Wait. Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenakt.
No.
The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise.
Oh, I don't...
So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring silence to the table.
I mean,
Not if,
when?
when.
Yeah, when? He's expecting us. 100% he's expecting us. Completed
And
interlude.
Are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... we're back at base.
Good.
What happened?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay, we'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
Okay. Shall we... Oh, there's a Tide Ripper site. Alright, shall we have a bit of an explore? I see a data point. Shall we have a bit of an explore and kind of absorb everything that's happened? Sterling Malkeith's YCITT Enigma. Data corrupted. All the makings of the next big thing. A much valued acquisition from an art historian turned technologist, no less, bleeding edge science, and a great narrative to boot. The application was called YCITT after Young Christ in the Temple, a well-known Vermeer forgery. By creating perfect holographic scans of individual layers of paintings and comparing them to the vast library of artistic works, it was able to identify fakes with unprecedented level of accuracy. But it was clear to Sterling executives that the program's ability to match and identify patterns had broad applications outside of the art world, such as a tool for security, counter-surveillance, or digital authentication. She made facial recognition software. That's how she made her money. It could prove just as revolutionary as it has been in its intended role, which is why they were willing to sign a 9-figure agreement for it, blasting the news of the deal in every outlet of the tech media. 2 years later, the project collapsed in a chaotic jumble of lawsuits, recriminations, and accusations of sabotage. So what went wrong? Who was responsible? Most importantly, what happened to the underlying technology, which by all accounts was far more powerful than the vaporware label applied by the disgraced executives? Oh, interesting. Oh, so she made her money pretending to do facial rec, but gave them the wrong program. Okay. All right. That's nice. That's a nice bit of forgery.
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Great.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you
Good.
were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
Look, I don't... Data point discovered. Horus energy cells. Aloy. All FAS-BOR-7 Horus combat platforms include EMP cells as part of their arsenals. Acquiring and deploying one shouldn't be difficult, but we'll get to that in a moment. The bigger issue is activation. Barring extraordinary circumstances such as interference from Hades, as you experienced last year, all Horus munitions are inert, deactivated by Minerva's decryption regime during the 21st and 22nd centuries. To render these EMPs operational, we'd have to skirt those efforts. I devised a way to do so without causing unwanted repercussions. Sure. A bespoke code signal that would enable all and only such devices in the vicinity. Yeah, I don't trust that. I've transferred it to your focus. All you have to do now is send it out. A Zero Dawn communications relay should do the trick. I believe you refer to them as tall necks. Oh, I've chosen one for you that is centrally located, now marked on your HUD. Oh, I like that she's calling it the HUD. Simply override it as you would normally, and my signal will automatically transmit. Every EMP and every Horus within the 500-kilometer radius should come online. That's a terrible plan. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Can I not just challenge Regala to single combat for the army? Like, is that not an option? On to acquisition and deployment. Horus units manufactured EMPs into their fabrication bays and then subsequently loaded them onto their multi-purpose appendages or tentacles, if you like. Because the cells were designed to be detachable, enabling to be fired or thrown at enemy forces, their fittings should be quite light. The only way to attain them will be through the air, but it sounds like you already have that covered. Oh, yes. Okay, so Beta found the override for the Sunwings. So I'm really excited that clearly that means we're going to fly. We're going to get to override a Sunwing and fly, because every bit that's been like unreachable has had like a little Sunwing nest next to it. Alright, be through the air, but it sounds like you already have that covered. When you reach one, it should come loose with a hearty yank, rust or corrosion notwithstanding. There's no need to prime the cell, as they are designed to trigger on impact. Once you have one, all you need to do is drop it on the target area. I'm sure Regala and her minions will enjoy the experience. All the best, Tilda. I don't love this plan. This plan feels like it could go wrong in, like, numerous ways. Most of all, I do not think we should be messing around with a metal devil. I don't want to be messing around with that either. Go away. I just wanted the herbs. I just wanted... All I wanted was the medicinal berries. That's all I wanted. All I wanted was some berries. All I wanted was some berries. Oh, what is that? Why is a shell walker here? Alright, we're not gonna get medicinal berries. We're just gonna have a look at the map. Because the recording's at 2 hours and 50 minutes. So I think this one's gonna be 3 episodes, I think. Here's that wide moss site I was looking at on the HUD. That campfire has been activated. Let's go to this unknown, and then at the risk of just leaping straight into the next quest, maybe we should head back to base. Cause this has been horrible, and I think I need to talk to Aaron. Is it in the house? I definitely think I should be talking to Aaron, because oh god, I have to talk to Zoe. We gotta talk to our friends. We gotta talk to Zoe. We gotta talk to, because it'll definitely give us time before we deal with Regala, because we gotta go override a Sunwing and, you know, find a Sunwing and stuff like that. So it's definitely gonna give us time between that. So let's see if I can find this unknown. My guess would be I cannot. Can I climb on this? I can, sort of. Oh gosh. Oh, wow, okay, alright. Maybe Tilda's house isn't holding up as well as I thought it was. Oh, medicinal berries. Yes, there we go. That's what I want. Alright, what? I'm now out of the house. And I'm being seen by a machine. Alright, we're up here. It's not up here, is it? It's a metal flower. Alright. It's a metal flower. Can I get through this? No.
Found her becoming the hunted.
You know what? Let's come back to this metal flower, because I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. And I have to go talk to Zoe. We gotta go talk to Zoe. We'll come back to that. There's a campfire right near it. We can come back. It's likely just going to be stuff. Frankly, I don't think I really want Tilda's stuff. I am very intrigued on what Aloy's plan with Beta is, and I think it's a very good idea to not share it with Tilda. I'm hoping... Oh no, because she can't even tell Aaron, because Tilda's now listening
but my stash has room.
to everything she's saying. Right? Like, Tilda's now listening in on the focus. So it's not like we can even be like, okay, friends, this is the plan that I told Beta. Shh, don't tell our sparkly new friend. Alright. Let's go back to base, shall we? That's Thornmarsh. Thornmarsh is still saying go talk to the mine launchers. Go talk to the melee pitmaster. Yeah, this tall neck, the one that's locked, it is locked behind Wings of the Ten. Because we're gonna have to override a Sunwing to get there. But there's Sunwings real close, because there's Sunwings near that vista point. Oh good, we got a new loading menu. That's Regala heading in to make a mess. Good. Yeah. Alright. Let's go talk to our friends, and then I'm gonna call it. Because this has just been bad. It was a plan, and the plan went off without a hitch, and then the plan got crashed. Can we go hug Zoe? I need to talk to Zoe.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
Hey! Can't I get one damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regala is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Kutalo's right. We must fight.
Oh, all right. So what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regala's rebels?
We're gonna take away the
Not
ale.
to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So...
There's no way Zoe is comforting us right now.
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith Eric...
The Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them. They took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... At least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths. And get Beta and Gaia back. But first... we're going to stop Regala.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me... a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regala's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
I know. Go. Stand with Hikaru. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
The rest of you, whatever preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zeniths.
We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
I think
We
you
all
are.
are.
Good.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important.
It did. Okay, talk to Zoe. Okay, that's the next objective. Alright, okay, everybody's got something to say. Of course everybody's got something to say. Alright, we're going to go out the east exit, we're gonna talk to Zoe, and then we're gonna... Oh, no, I'm gonna go to the stash first. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go to the stash, and I'm going to resupply, and then I'm gonna go talk to Zoe, and then there should be a campfire right there, and I think next time on we'll start by chatting to all of our friends, and then going and doing Alva's quest. That's gonna be next time. Alva's... yeah. It's gonna be Alva's quest. We're just gonna do Alva's personal quest, and everything will be fine. Because everything is very much not fine.
I can feel this frost down to my bones.
Okay. Alright.
Over here, Aloy. We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plain Song and... further east, to the Nora Sacred Lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Bala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Bala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy. But I tracked down the flower. Gathered its seeds. As verdant limbs wither, roots rot in snow, still the sea rises, as certain as stone. From death follows new life. So it is with the land. And so it is with us. I'm with child, Aloy. I was going to tell him when he got back from Gemini. Instead, one day, I'll bring our child here. We'll sit among the blooms and watch the sunrise.
You don't wait to tell
I never
people
got to
news
tell
like
him.
that.
To thank him. For saving my life, sure, but also... for not giving up on me.
He always knew.
Goodbye, Varl. I promise to look after them.
At least when she tells Sona about Varl, she also gets to tell her about her
Try to
grandkid.
visit again when I can. But for now,
No.
I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my spear. Then I'll use it on a sunwing and get ready for an entrance Regala will never forget.
That's very true. So now we get to come tell Varl about all of our story, all of our adventures, like we told Rost. I was not expecting to lose Varl this episode. This quest. We gotta get Beta back. Aloy's gotta stop losing family members. But I don't trust Tilda. Yet. She might win me over. I think she's underestimating Silence, and I think that's an extremely dangerous position to put herself in. But... and I don't know if I'm just forgetting why Silence wants into the Zenith base, or if we don't actually know yet. Because, like, I don't think Silence cares how he obtains his objectives. So I don't think he'd be opposed to a team up if he thought Aloy wasn't gonna double cross him. But yeah, I thank you so much for watching. That is where we're gonna cut it for today. Got a main quest and an interlude played today. And I will see everybody next time for Alva's personal quest. That's what we're gonna do next time. We're gonna go back to side quests before Wings of the Ten, which is the next main quest, which will unlock all of our other quests. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye.